This is Tireo coming to y'all live from Mount Sinai Films and Mount Sinai Fake Records. Y'all already know how I do my videos. Y'all already know I do what I can do, try my best to reach out to people, put the truth out there, you know, and I really encourages people to get Jesus Christ in their life and receive the Lord, you know, and live for Him on a day-to-day basis, man, and just give up your life and follow Him. On this next particular video that I'm going to talk about to y'all, I felt that a lot of y'all really needed to know this in this next particular video that I'm about to do, is because, you know, the world, you know, it's like the world, you know what I'm saying, and everybody just follows celebrities, you know, they follow celebrity relationships, they follow celebrity problems, they follow just all kinds of stuff that have to deal with celebrities. You know, the world follow these things, and they really look up to these people, and they put these people above Jesus. And I always try my best to encourage people and tell them, do not put these stars above God. You know, don't follow these people, follow Christ. You know, and in this next video that I'm going to discuss, I really feel it's a real topic. It's needed for y'all to see what's really going on. I always tell y'all how I sit back and I watch what's going on in the gospel industry, in Hollywood, you know, in the movie business, the music business. I always sit back, you know, and I just watch what goes on, and the Lord showed me a lot of things and stuff like that, and I share it with y'all because, you know, I really care about all y'all people, and I want y'all to walk in the truth and in the light of Jesus Christ, you know. And, you know, if you really care about the people, you're going to do what you got to do to get the truth to them, you know. So in this next video, what I'm going to discuss these celebrity marriages and these celebrity relationships. But it's a catch to this. It's the fact that it's a demonic, how can I put this to you guys? It's a demonic ritual going on in Hollywood with the celebrity marriages. It's a demonic ritual that's going on in Hollywood with the celebrity marriages, meaning that, you know, these women, you know, who are already celebrities, they marry celebrities who are richer than them to get more money and to get a boost for themselves. You know, it's not about love. It's not about any of that stuff. So I just want to let y'all know that when y'all see these celebrities, you know, in these magazines and in the media and on the news, and y'all hear about these celebrities getting married to such and such, or like such and such got married to such and such, and y'all see this stuff, what y'all have to understand is that, see, the media deceives us, and Satan deceives us and make us think that these people are so much in love, or they just love each other. They got married because such and such is in love with such and such. I just want to explain something to y'all that it's all a front, it's all a gimmick, it's all a lie, you know. And I know a lot of y'all who are looking at this video, I know a lot of y'all follow celebrity relationships and celebrity marriages. I know y'all do. Y'all cannot tell me y'all don't. I know y'all do. At one point when I was young, coming up, you know what I'm saying, I used to look at it, you know, not knowing what the hell was going on. But I thank God that he opened up my eyes to the truth. So I'm going to share it with y'all. And it's a demonic ritual that's going on in Hollywood. You know, when these people hook up together and they get married, and all of a sudden they get a divorce, and a woman walks away with all this money. See, this is a demonic, satanic ritual that's going on in Hollywood, whereas this is how these women get richer in Hollywood. This is how they get richer in Hollywood. This is how they get more doors open for themselves. And this is how they get more contracts and more movies, modeling, whatever the case may be. They go through this satanic, demonic ritual to where they get in these relationships purposely, and they you know what I'm saying, they get married, they have these kids, and all of a sudden you hear about them getting a divorce and they walking away with a big settlement. This is a demonic activity that's going on in Hollywood when the celebrities hook up with other celebrities. And I'm going to share a few pointers with y'all and open up your eyes to the truth, because you need to know the truth. So the next time you look at these celebrity relationships and these celebrity marriages, Satan won't deceive you and say, oh, they're just so much in love. No. Let me tell you something. You and I both know, okay, let's just be realistic. You and I both know that if these people did not have all this money, this person would not even be with them. So come on, let's keep it all the way real, okay? Now, for all y'all who don't know a lot about real love and y'all do not have any knowledge on relationships, you must understand this stuff. When it comes to real love, it's never about the money. You must understand that. So when you look at all these celebrities who are in these relationships and they get married, you must understand it's a money thing. This is a business thing. This is not about real love, okay? You have to understand that, okay? So it's some demonic rituals that's going on with this stuff, okay? Because you and I both know these people will not hook up with these people, they will not marry these people, and they will not have kids by these people if they wasn't rich and famous. You already know that, okay? But the thing I'm trying to expose to you and explain to you is that what you don't know is that this is a demonic ritual that's going on in Hollywood, okay? These people have to do this. They have to get into these demonic relationships that they do not want to be in. They have to marry these certain celebrities who got all this money that they don't want to marry. They have to have the babies and pop out the kids, okay, in order for them to go higher and get more and more riches and fame. Okay, I got a list of names and y'all already know. I'm going to give them to y'all and share with y'all. I didn't write this particular name down, but as I was discussing this with y'all, the Lord put this into my head. Let's talk about Sierra, okay? Now, for all y'all, remember when, Bow Wow blew up? He got bigger, he started getting a little older. Y'all remember when Sierra hooked up with him and Sierra was supposedly going with Bow Wow? Okay, they had y'all fooled, alright? Sierra never cared about the guy, for number one. She never cared about him, she never loved him, any of that stuff. Sierra got into this relationship with Bow Wow because of the simple fact this was going to make her a bigger star for herself. This was going to open up more doors for herself. This was going to bring more money to herself, and she was going to get more deals by the simple fact that she goes with Bow Wow. Because at that time, you must understand that, and when they was in that phony relationship, you must understand that Bow Wow was a bigger star than Sierra. Sierra was just getting in the game. She was just getting hot. Bow Wow was 10 times as a bigger star than her. So what happened? She hooked up with him purposely. Okay, she went through the demonic ritual in the demonic relationship area, you know what I'm saying? And she hooked up with him purposely, and she used him up to get more deals for herself, to make herself more famous. And when she hooked up with him, y'all followed it and ran behind it and thought she really cared about him and she loved him, but that was not even the case. She went through the demonic ritual relationship to hook up with him, okay, to get bigger deals for herself, to get more contracts, and to make herself more famous and more known. And then everybody who was following him became her fans. You see what I'm saying? So this is, I'm proving to y'all. Now when you look at it now, what's going on? She's no longer around. Cut him completely off. She dropped him. She broke up with him and kicked him to the curb. And the next thing, and what y'all saw after that, y'all saw her in the videos with 50 Cent, hugging 50 Cent. Naked in the videos, hugging 50 Cent. Okay, she did that to get more and more deals for herself. You see what I'm saying? So I'm proving to y'all that this is a demonic ritual relationship that these women go through in Hollywood to get bigger deals for themselves and to get more famous and more known. Okay, Sierra was the first on my list. The second person I'm going to discuss is Jada. It's Jada Pinkett. Okay, now y'all already know what's going on with her and Will Smith. She's supposedly about to get this divorce with Will Smith. She supposedly secretly having sex with Jennifer Lopez's husband, Mark Anthony, and all this demonic crap that's going on. Well, I just want to show y'all, for number one, for all y'all who've been following Jada and Will Smith relationship and y'all thought that was real, that relationship was never real from the very beginning it started. You must really understand that. Jada Pinkett was in love with Tupac. Her and Tupac was close and they was best friends, and that's the one who she really was deeply in love with, okay? Will Smith was just her tool for her to go through the demonic relationship ritual and get richer. Okay, so she married Will. You must understand that, okay? And I'm going to prove it to you. When she married Will at the time, Jada backed off from Hollywood. You didn't see Jada for years because Jada was living off of Will's money. That was her boost. That was her ticket in Hollywood, okay? When she married this guy, okay, it was just over for Jada. She could just relax, chill, do whatever, okay? She wasn't even, and be honest, you didn't see Jada in no more movies for years, okay? She went through the demonic relationship ritual in Hollywood to get richer, okay? It was never about real love from the heart, okay? She had those kids purposely because that was the only way that she was going to be able to get Will Smith's money, and she pop out these babies by Will. So you must understand that this was never about no Jada being deeply in love. This was never about her being loyal and him being loyal. You must understand that. That's why they both had an open marriage, okay? They both say they have an open marriage. That's why you see Will Smith, one minute he's having sex with Jada, then the next minute he's having sex with men, and then the next minute they both having sex with all these different people. You must understand that this was never about real love in the relationship, point blank period, okay? Jada went through the relationship, marriage, satanic ritual in Hollywood to get richer. Now, what she's about to do, she's about to divorce Will, and you already know she's probably going to get some serious cash. You see what I'm saying? This was never about real love from the beginning. But see, Hollywood knows this. The media knows this. And they know y'all don't know this. So that's why they throw all this in front y'all face. And y'all see these people on magazine covers and stuff like that, and y'all say, oh, Will and Jada is just so much in love. But you don't even understand that she going through the relationship marriage ritual to get richer right in front of your face, and you don't even see it. Okay? Now what happened? She gets busted sleeping with Mark Anthony. Let me tell you something. Jada been messing around with other men. You must understand that. Jada been messing around with other men, and Jada been messing around with other women. Okay? Will Smith been messing around with other men and with other women. Why they was married, why they had the kids, the whole nine. Okay? Seriously. It's just that she picked Mark Anthony out as a tool as far as her using him to get out of the marriage with Will. Okay? She picked him out. Okay? You gotta understand what's going on. Okay, Jada went through the marriage satanic ritual in the relationships. Now she's done. She's about to walk away, and she's about to walk away with some cash. You see what I'm saying? I'm proving to y'all how serious this stuff is. This stuff is happening right in front of your face, so y'all won't walk around thinking, oh, this person is just so much in love. They're in love. They're the happy Hollywood couple. No, you deceived. No, they're not. That's not real. Those relationships and marriages is not real. They're not real, y'all. I'm sorry. They're not real. They're not real. You really must understand that. The next person that I have on this list is NBA player Shaq, his first wife. Okay, y'all already know that story. Okay, y'all remember Shaq's first wife, right? The woman that had Shaq kids. Okay, let me open up your eyes to this situation. She never married Shaq because it was love. She was in love with Shaq. Come on, man. Shaq, be realistic now. Tall, big Shaq. It wasn't about that. She went through the demonic ritual just like the rest of the women do. She married Shaq to get the money, to get the boost, and she popped out them babies by Shaq. Now what happened? She's no longer with Shaq, right? She's no longer with Shaq. Divorced. Now watch this. Now, who Shaq is about to marry next? Hoops, the video chick who was on Flavor of Love TV show. Okay, he's about to marry her next. Hoops is doing the same relationship marriage ritual that all the other women doing, because Hoops already knows this is what's going on in Hollywood. This is how you're gonna get your real true millions, your real boots. You have to marry one of these rich people in Hollywood, pop out these babies that you do not want to pop out, and it's on. Your bank account will be loaded down straight fat. And what's going to happen? Hoops is going to do the same exact thing that the first wife done. The same exact demonic ritual. She's with Shaq right now, working on a marriage. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Hoops is going to marry Shaq. She's probably going to have 2 babies. Okay, then after that, divorce him, walk away with probably 20, 30, 40, 50 million dollars. Straight up. This is the demonic ritual that's going on in Hollywood. I'm proving to y'all this is real. So y'all can't tell me, oh, I'm making this up. If I'm making this up, then why these people can't stay together? Answer that question for yourself. If they so much in love and they so much care about each other, why they can't stay together? Because there is no love. The Bible tells us the love of money is the root of all evil. It's the love of money that's in these demonic relationship marriages and these satanic rituals that's going on. It's the love of money. Not the love of the relationship or love of the person. This is the love of money. That's why this stuff don't last. And y'all follow this stuff. Y'all follow this. This is what y'all follow. This stuff I'm exposing to y'all, this is what y'all follow. Hoops is going to go through the same demonic ritual that Shaq's first wife went through. Hoops is not in love with no Shaq. Get that in your head. Y'all already know that. Alright? But I'm just exposing it. So when y'all see these magazines and y'all see these people, they're not in love. Hoops is going through the relationship, marriage, ritual to get more riches and more fame. So she could be straight for life, financially. This is a ritual that's going on in Hollywood. This is real in these marriages, off top. Ain't no love there. The only love is there is that they love the money. They love the money so much, they'll do all this sick stuff to get it. Seriously. They'll have babies by men that they don't want to have babies by. They'll be in these satanic relationships that they do not want to be in, and y'all wonder why they walk around stressed out, miserable, and frustrated, and these celebrities be on cocaine, drugs, pills, and the whole nine, because they're going through the satanic rituals. That's what they're doing. Okay, I just told y'all about Hoops. She's going to do the same exact thing that Shaq's first wife done. She's going through the relationship, marriage, satanic ritual to get more riches. It's real. Right in front of your face. And you think they in love. You think all these people just so in love. The next person I have on this list is Kim Kardashian. Okay? Y'all already know about Kim Kardashian's sister, right? Marrying Lamar Odom, the guy that played for the Lakers. Y'all already know about that story, right? You gotta be out your rabbit mind to think that that girl is in love with Lamar Odom. You gotta be nuts to think that. You gotta be crazy to think that she really loves some Lamar Odom. Be realistic for a minute, okay? Be realistic for a minute. The Kardashians know how to do this. They already know about the satanic ritual that's in Hollywood to where you marry the rich men to get more money and more fame. Kim Kardashian's sister married Lamar Odom, who played for the Lakers, and they just won the championship, I think, 2 years ago, a year ago, something like that. And right after that, she married Lamar Odom. Got in his head, married him. Okay? Now, y'all already know what she's going to do. She's going to walk away from that with a big lump sum of millions. Now, you got Kim Kardashian, who got on through the porno with Ray J. She went through this ritual. She did the porno video with Ray J. That got her in the door. Okay? And then after that, she had all these Hollywood men going behind her, from football players to NBA players to all kinds of. She had Kanye West going behind her too. I think he was giving her free beats, helping this girl in the studio. She had Hollywood going behind her. When Kim Kardashian went through the relationship ritual, she got in Hollywood. Okay, she was going with Ray J. Okay, that's the relationship ritual. She did the porn with him. It took off. It worked. The porno made millions and millions of dollars. She had all these NBA players, football, just everybody, just running behind her, giving her money, all kinds of deals, right? Now, in order for her to get to this next level, she got to go through the marriage ritual. Okay, I'm proving to y'all. She just married that NBA player. See what I'm saying? Kim Kardashian is not in love with that guy. The first guy I think who she was about to marry was Reggie Bush, who played for the New Orleans Saints. But she didn't want to marry him for some apparent reason. I don't know why. But now she's with this NBA player that she just married. Okay, she's going through the marriage ritual right in front of your face. Okay, in order for her to get more famous and to get the serious boost to where now she's married to him, and next thing you know, she's probably going to have a kid, or she might not. We don't know. But I know one thing that she's going to do. She's going to divorce him and walk away with probably $20 million. I'm telling you what I know. This is the marriage ritual that's happening in front of your face. Her sister already did it when she married Lamar Odom from the Lakers. Now she's marrying an NBA player that plays on a whole nother team. These women is having secret meetings, getting together, discussing this stuff on the relationship marriage ritual, on what they gonna do in Hollywood to get the serious loot, and they doing it. This is real. Kim Kardashian just proved it. She just married the NBA player guy, and I'm telling y'all, she gonna divorce him, probably walk away with about 20, 30, 40 million dollars. That brother will probably be paying all types of child support every month, the whole nine. Seriously. Her and her sister and the rest of them, they all having private meetings and they setting this stuff up because they know what's going on in Hollywood. And see, they know y'all stupid enough to follow this crap and believe it. They already know y'all just gonna buy into the lie. Y'all gonna read the magazines. Y'all gonna say, oh, Kim Kardashian got married, she's in love. She going through the relationship marriage ritual to get richer. Ain't no love there. Come on, be realistic. Because why? Because none of these people stay together. So that's how I know what's going on. And see, y'all think, oh, they just breaking up because they got into it. Nah, man. Kill all that, man. Open up your mind. Open up your eyes. Seriously. This is real. Okay? This is the love of money that got them doing this, and they all being controlled. Because they know what's going on. See, they know some stuff that y'all don't know. Because y'all not walking around in it, and y'all can't see that far ahead, because y'all so gone behind a magazine picture that you see, and y'all see them hugging and kissing and thinking that they just so much in love. Okay? And they play this crap right in front of your face, and you don't even see what's going on. This is the demonic ritual that's going on in the relationships in Hollywood. Man, it's crazy. Mel Gibson wife. Y'all already know about that story. Mel Gibson wife. The brother that put out the Passion of the Christ, his wife. This brother, I think this guy got to pay her $700 and something thousand. Damn near almost $1 million. You serious? So where that come from? She doing it. The same thing. The same exact thing. That brother got to pay her some serious cash. Probably I think $700 and some thousand to $800 and some thousand. Probably more than that. Okay? Seriously. She just hit him with the ritual. Now she's getting out that marriage and she's walking away with damn near $1 million. I think she tried to sue him for his whole empire. I think she tried to get the whole empire out of him. That's crazy. Tiny, T.I. wife, rapper T.I. wife. Tiny did this to him. Tiny's married to T.I., right? But this what y'all don't know. T.I. is married to this woman. He's already given her money, taking care of her, and he's paying child support while he's married to her. Okay? Now ask yourself this question. What married person pays child support when they're already taking care of the kids, right? Child support is for people who don't want to support the children. T.I. takes care of his sons. So why do he still got to pay child support to Tiny when they're living under the same house? Okay? And the kids stay there, and he still got to pay her checks every month? Are you serious? That's crazy, right? T.I. pays child support. He pays child support to Tiny while he's married to her, while the whole family living in the house. But y'all didn't know that. And see, y'all think, oh, they in love and they together. Tiny going through the ritual. Seriously. This is crazy. This happening right in front of your face. For y'all people who follow these celebrity relationships. Man. The next two people I'm going to discuss is Kesha Cole and Monica, because these two chicks are tight and they close friends. And I think these two women done got together, had a secret meeting, and discussed this one, because this stuff is just too obvious. When I looked at this one, I'm sorry. I'm like, nah, not in a million years. Kesha Cole and Monica, alright? They both close, they both hang together, and they both are the best of friends. This is the part that trips me out. Monica married the other guy that played for the Lakers. Okay? She married the other guy that played for the Lakers. And Kesha Cole married an NBA player that plays for the Cleveland Cavaliers, I think. Okay? Now, don't that kind of look strange to y'all? I know they had a secret meeting and talked about that. Monica married him. Then right after Monica married that guy, Kesha Cole married that guy that plays for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They both married two NBA players. They both hang together. They both real close, and they both friends. Monica and Kesha Cole is going through the marriage satanic ritual to get more riches for themselves, and they both is going to divorce these guys and walk away with the cash. I'm telling y'all what I know. That's just too obvious for them two. I'm sorry. They probably talked about it on the phone or had lunch together and discussed this stuff. I'm telling you, this one was too obvious. Monica marries an NBA player that played for the Lakers. All of a sudden, Kesha Cole goes and marries an NBA player that plays for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Okay, come on, man. Let's just be realistic. They both going through the satanic marriage ritual in Hollywood to get more fame, to get more money. And then they divorce these guys, pop out these kids by them, and walk away with some serious cash. They both did it. Seriously. I put that out there as true. Khalees, another person did this. Khalees did this to Nas. Remember when everybody was going around and y'all all thought that Khalees and Nas were just so much in love? Well, Khalees did the same exact scheme. See, these women know what's going on in Hollywood. They already know what they have to do. Khalees did this same stunt to Nas. Nas was a rich brother, and Nas had a lot of money and riches on him until he married Khalees. Now Nas got to pay all types of child support to Khalees every month. Khalees divorced him. Nas was so mad he went got her name off of him. Then he had a kid by her. Oh man, that did it. Khalees set that up though. Khalees had that probably plotted the whole time, having sex with Nas, and Nas don't even know what's going on. He don't even know. Khalees pulled that ritual stunt on him. She surely did. She married him, had the kid. Nas was rolling with her. She was hanging. Then all of a sudden, out the blue, she just totally just switches up. She gets the divorce. She pops out this kid. She takes Nas to court, take all the money. Khalees did this. Another person that's going through this ritual right now is Lil Wayne's ex-wife. Lil Wayne's ex-wife just got married to some guy. Okay, I forgot that guy's name. I don't know his name, but Lil Wayne's ex-wife just got married. Y'all already know that story. Lil Wayne's ex-wife is not no deeply in love with that guy. Okay, Lil Wayne's ex-wife is going through that ritual too, because she know that's where all her money about to really come from. She gonna have a baby by that brother and walk away with the millions off top. Seriously, for real. It's true. I'm sorry, y'all. It's true. Another thing I want to discuss on this. Remember when the Flavor of Love TV show had came out, and it was on VH1, I think. Well, the Flavor of Love TV show was a show that was promoting the relationship ritual in Hollywood, and that's why they turned it into a show. And they had all the chicks on the show, you know, and whoever wins the contest gets to be with Flavor Flav and this and that and that and other, all that crap. Well, if you really pay attention to that show, they just was promoting the relationship ritual in Hollywood through the show. You know, they had all the chicks going after the guy with the money. You see what I'm saying? They just was promoting that right in front of our faces through the show. You know, but at that time we didn't catch that. You know, we just was thought, you know what I'm saying, that we just thought that we was looking at some comedy or something. You know, but that's what they was doing on that show. And then right after that, all these other people started having shows on relationships. And even Ray J had a show. You see what I'm saying? He had a show, all the chicks trying to, in a contest to get with him. They showing you that's the ritual that they going through in Hollywood. And you can see it on these reality shows in these relationships. Now your girl got a show. Takara from America's Next Top Model, she got a show. That's what they go through in Hollywood in the relationship rituals. That's why they putting it on these shows. But see, they just thinking that y'all, you know, they already know y'all don't know, you know, and it's happening right in front of your face. That's what's going on. You know, it's not about no love. This is about money. You know, this is about money and fame. All right. So just want to and throw that out there to y'all, just to open up your eyes to that. Another person that went through this relationship ritual was Ashanti. For all y'all thinking that Ashanti got on through Murder Inc. Records with Irv Gotti and Ja Rule by just sending in her demo, you got another thing coming. You got to be crazy. Kareem Steffens, the video chick that they call Superhead, she exposed Ashanti in her book and said that they all was having threesomes and foursomes in the room, and how Ashanti was having sex with Irv Gotti and Ja Rule. That's how Ashanti got in the game. She went through the relationship ritual with Ja Rule and Irv Gotti. That's why she blew up, and they put her out there like that. And Kareem exposed that in her book. You know what I'm saying? This is real. You know. Another person that's going through this ritual is the chick that married NBA player Carmelo Anthony. Lala, something like that. Yeah, Lala. Well, Lala married to Carmelo Anthony. You know what I'm saying? And she's going through the marriage relationship ritual as well. You know, some real stuff. It's real. So just to throw that out there to y'all. Just to throw that out there to y'all. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a quick break right quick, and I'll just be right back to get down to the rest of these names. Peace. Bye, I'm back. You know, just had to get some few things straightened out. But the name that I was on was the chick that's married to the NBA player Carmelo Anthony. You know, his wife, I think they call her Lala or something like that. Well, it's the same thing. You know. It's the exact same thing, you know. Y'all just be realistic, you know. You think that woman will really, really, really marry him and this or that and that and other if he was not the NBA player with all the money? Hell no, you know. So, and once again, she going through the satanic relationship marriage ritual, you know. And this is what happens, y'all. This is what really, really happens just right in front of our face in Hollywood, you know. The Bible already tells us that the love of money is the root of all evil, and I don't know how some of these people sleep at night. Like these names that I named to y'all, I don't know how they sleep at night. I don't know how they can do this. I don't know how they can have babies by these men that they not in love with, they don't want to be with, and just for the sake of the money and the fame. I mean, I don't know how they can do this, but this is what happens, you know, and it's sad, man. You know, this is what happens when these people become big stars. They get demon possessed in Hollywood. Satan deceives them, and they start and they sell their souls. You know, they make deals with the devil. They sell their souls, and they go through these rituals. And it's sickening, but this stuff is true. You know, it's true. So for y'all looking at all that and think all that stuff is real, it's not real. It's not real. It's not, because none of this stuff lasts. You know, this stuff is not real. You know, it's just really not, you know. And I sat back, you know, and I just was looking at everything. And I'm like, man, this is a demonic ritual that's going on with the marriages and the relationships in Hollywood. You know, this is what's going on. This is the new hustle in Hollywood with these women. This is what they do. You know, and it's sickening, but it's true. You know, another person I want to discuss, Alicia Keys did the same thing. Alicia Keys, okay? She did this. To go higher, to get more money, to get more and more music deals for herself. Who she marries? Swiss Beats. And y'all already know that story with Swiss Beats leaving Mashonda, his first wife, cutthroating her to go be with Alicia Keys. Okay? And Alicia Keys did the same ritual, the same exact thing. You know? It's crazy. You know? It's crazy, but this is real. She did the same thing. You know? Another person that did this that had came to my mind, and I wrote this down because, you know, it just tripped me out. It just tripped me out because it's real. Aaliyah did this same thing. Aaliyah did this. Y'all already know how Aaliyah got on, you know, when she was married to R. Kelly. You know, but when I looked at that story, I'm like, damn, Aaliyah went through the marriage ritual to get in the game. And then when she got in the game, she was about to do it again to go even higher and get more money. And we already know that, you know, she married R. Kelly and this and that and that and other. And they got the divorce. And then after that, Aaliyah became a star. She got bigger. And then in order for her to get bigger, she was about to go through the satanic marriage ritual with Damon Dash, because that was his fiance. She was about to marry Damon Dash for I don't know what reasons, for, you know, probably to get bigger deals for herself, all kinds of stuff. Because at that time, Damon Dash was rolling with Jay-Z, and Damon Dash had all the connections as far as in the music game. You see what I'm saying? So Aaliyah went through this ritual as well, and she lost her damn life behind this crap. You see what I'm saying? Behind following Satan, selling her soul, doing Queen of the Damn, the whole nine. And it's sickening, but it's true. And I had done a video on Aaliyah, just explaining to everybody that Aaliyah is in hell. You know, and this is real. And when I look at this stuff, man, Aaliyah did a lot of evilness, man, because for number one, I already know she sold her soul to the devil. I already know that, okay? For number two, I already know that after she done Queen of the Damn, that was, you know what I'm saying, that was her sign saying that she signed the covenant with Satan. Okay, I know that, because she didn't have to take the vampire role. You know, she you know what I'm saying, she took it because of the money. She didn't even need the money because she was already rich at the time. But when I look at this, she even went through this relationship satanic ritual. She even did this stuff. She married R. Kelly to get in the game, because at the time R. Kelly was already on before Aaliyah. Okay, she married R. Kelly to get in the game. Then when she got in the game, they got the divorce. Then she married Dame Dash. I mean, she was about to marry Dame Dash, but she died in a plane crash. So she was about to go all out for the enemy in all these different rituals that she had going on. You know, and it's sickening, but it's true. You know, it's crazy, man. Another person who was a part of this stuff was Left Eye. You know, y'all already know the story when she hooked up with the football player at the time, Andre Rison, who played for the, I think he played for the Atlanta Falcons, something like that. And y'all already know what happened to her with that story. She married Andre Rison, I think. I think she married him, or she didn't. Well, she was with him, and she was living with him, and y'all already know what happened. Left Eye was really basically with that guy because she was going through that ritual. She was going through that relationship, marriage ritual stuff, and after that, burned the house down. I guess it didn't work. I know what I'm saying. I guess it didn't go in her favor or in her plans. Burned the house down. Y'all already know what happened to that. You know, seriously, she was involved in this relationship, marriage ritual as well. You know, seriously, you know, it was never about her being deeply in love with Andre. So don't believe all that stuff. You know, just don't believe that garbage, man. She was in Hollywood. She found out, okay, this what these women is doing to get these mega millions. They marrying these men who are 10 times richer than them, and somebody must have put her onto the game or scooped her to the game or whatever the case may be. But she went through this relationship, marriage, satanic ritual as well. You know, Left Eye, when she hooked up with Andre Rison, she was going through this as well. Another person that tried to do this ritual twice, but it didn't work, was Chili. Chili tried to do this ritual twice, but it didn't work. She tried to marry Usher and hook up with him, because at the time, you gotta understand, Usher got serious cash. At this time, Chili was broke. Chili didn't have no money like Usher, because you gotta understand, TLC had got robbed out of all their millions from the record company. So Chili went through, she tried to go through this relationship marriage ritual twice. She did this with Usher, it didn't work. Then she tried to hook up with Akon, and it didn't work. Okay, she tried this twice and it didn't work. Another person that went through this ritual was Chris Brown's manager. This lady that was managing Chris Brown at the time, she tried to marry him. Okay, this is sickening. This grown woman tried to marry teenage Chris Brown at the time. You know, seriously. You know, if y'all think I'm lying, just do your research on Chris Brown manager. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if she's his manager now, but at the time when Jive Records signed him, she was his manager at the time. And she even tried to marry this dude, man. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. She tried to go through the same ritual. You know, I guess she got tired of managing, or I don't know. You know. Another person that went through this, told y'all, I have a list of names, man. I've done my research on this. You know, I've done my research on this, and I have a list of names for y'all. Another person that went through this ritual was the NBA player Tony Parker's wife. I think her name is Eva Lamgardy, something like that. I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name right. But the woman that plays on Desperate Housewives, the woman who was married to Tony Parker, the NBA player who plays for the San Antonio Spurs, okay, she married him. Okay, she married him, and after they got married, I think a year later or something like that, they put out there that he was cheating on her, going to strip clubs, and she threw out there in the magazine that Tony Parker had gave her some kind of disease or something like that. You know, some kind of sexual transmitted disease or whatever like that. But she went through this ritual. She married Tony Parker. You know, she went through this ritual. You know, so this stuff is real, man. This stuff is really, really real. And another person I want to tell y'all too, who went through this ritual was Tireo Marie. Y'all remember that singer who died? Who used to go with Birdman's brother Slim? Well, she used to date Birdman's brother Slim, and she died. She was going through this relationship satanic ritual as well. You know, she hooked up with Birdman's brother Slim, and I don't know if this brother loaded her down with some serious cash or whatever the case may be. I don't know, but sure enough, she died. You know, you know what I'm saying, that she died. So I just want to throw this out there to y'all, everybody who looking at this video, you know, and especially, you know, for females, you know, females, all y'all females who looking at this video, and y'all want to be celebrities, y'all want to be stars, or whatever the case may be. You want to be a lawyer, doctor, whatever the case may be. You know, do not get involved in a satanic, demonic relationship, marriage area, to whereas you marry a man or you go with this guy because he has money, or it's going to make you more famous, or whatever the case may be. Trust me on this. You do not want to go through this, because you're going to curse yourself, and you're going to be cursed by God. God is going to curse you, because these people is making all these vows in front of God, right? And y'all already know when these people get married, they go through the vows, you know, and they say for better, for worse, and all that stuff, right? Well, these people do not live up to what they say. So you gotta understand, they are lying in front of God, and these people are making false vows. Okay, that's why these people is so cursed. That's why they curse with a curse, and that's why they go through so much. That's why they die before their time, and that's why all this just bad stuff just happens to these stars. It's because they lie just to get more fame, just to get more richer, just to get bigger deals. They jump in marriages. And they get married to people who richer than them just for the money, and it's sad. It's sad, man. It's like they sell their souls, you know. So I'm just throwing this out there to all y'all women who watching this video, because this, you know, this video is mainly for women. I mean, you know, and you know what I'm saying. And don't get me wrong, everybody can watch this video, you know, and I totally understand that, because this can reach a guy as well, you know, because a guy can run into a situation to where he meet this woman who have all these riches, and he marry her and have babies just because of the fact she's super rich. But what he don't realizing is the fact he's cursing himself, okay? And you know, y'all just don't want to go through this. That's why it's just best to get Jesus in your life, live for this man, walk with him. Give up your life and follow this man, because God will bless you. God will make a way. You know, you just got to hold on and go through the fire. You know, walking with God, you know, it's not a cupcake walk. It's not going to be easy. You know, it's not. You know, the devil go attack, you know, he going to send stuff. But that's the price we pay. We have to fight, and we have to, the Bible says, he who endures to the end shall be saved. That's how you're going to be saved. You got to go to the end. You know, and I just want to put this out there to y'all. You know, I had to expose these names and show y'all how real this stuff really is. You know, because, you know, so many people being deceived, and so many people follow these stars. They don't really know what's going on. You know, they look at the magazines, you know, and I was one of them people when I was a teenager coming up, and I was, you know what I'm saying, and I was looking at this stuff, and God opened up my eyes to the truth. And I'm like, damn, this stuff is really real. This stuff happening right in front of my face, you know. And I just thank God for just picking me, saving my life, and raising me up, so I can be able to share all the stuff with y'all that I learned, that God showed me, you know, because this is real, man. It's not a game. It's not a joke. It's nothing funny about this stuff. And that's why, I try my best to reach out to all these people, and even celebrities, I try my best to just reach out to these people and try to save their souls from hell, because hell is real. This is a real place, man. It's not a game. So, I just wanted to just let y'all know that, man. For everybody who's looking at this video, and you thinking about, marrying somebody just because of this money and just to make yourself more famous, and you're gonna have these babies just to try to be in the limelight to get bigger deals for yourself. Do not don't do this stuff, man. Don't do it, because look, check this out. You don't know when Christ is about to return. Jesus is about to come back. You don't want to get caught up in no type of demonic activity to where this man come back and he cracked that sky. You're going to get left behind because you wasn't rapturated, your heart was not right, and you wasn't following Jesus. So you're going to get left behind. You're going to get left behind, and you don't know when you're going to die. That's another thing I always stress to people. You don't know when it's your last day on earth. You may think you have a clue, but you don't even know. Because the Bible says no one knows for what's going to happen tomorrow. No one. I don't even know what's going to happen tomorrow. So you don't know when you're going to die. You don't know when your time is up. You don't know. And you got to understand that God and the devil, they talk. They talk. And Satan goes to God on the behalf of people's souls. Meaning that, for example, I'm going to give you a quick example. Meaning that if you're not living right, and you're not following Jesus, the devil is talking to God about having your soul. Okay, this stuff is in the Bible. If you read the book of Job, the first chapter, it talks about how Satan and God was talking. Okay, God and the devil talks. So Satan goes to God on the behalf of people's souls who are not even following Christ. Okay, and if you're not following God, it's a dangerous, dangerous situation, because you don't know when your last day can be up. I have talked to tons of people, and I tried to reach out to them for Jesus, and months later, they died. Seriously. I talked to one rapper from New Orleans named VL Mike, who was rolling with BG at the time, and right after that, I tried to reach out to that brother. I talked to him, told him about hell. Right after that, he rejected the message. Months later, got shot up. So I know it's real. I know. And I know people time be up. Because, it's just in the Bible. It's real. And just to throw that out there to y'all that, you don't want to get caught up in all this foolishness, man. Jesus is about to return. You don't know when your last day gonna come. You don't know. You just don't know. You don't really know, man. You got all these earthquakes happening, tornadoes, hurricanes. That's God controlling all that. Because he's angry, man. He's frustrated, So I just want to tell all y'all, I love y'all people, man. I really love y'all from the bottom of my heart, man. And I pray that y'all really get Jesus and follow this man. Because this is real. This walk with Christ is real, man. God is going to reward the faithful in the end, man. Heaven, man, is real. That's where you want to be. And you do not want to be burning in hell, man. Because you're going to be burning forever. And I put this truth out there to y'all because I'm not a coward. The Bible says in Revelation 21 verse 8, cowards is going to the lake of fire. I'm not being a coward. I'm going to give you the truth. So I just wanted to tell y'all that, man. I love y'all people, and I'm about to roll out. This was Tireo coming to y'all live from Mount Sinai Films and Mount Sinai Fake Records, man. I love all y'all, man. Get Jesus in your life. Follow this man. Repent for your sins, man. Give up your whole life and just follow him. Let God have his way in your life. And I guarantee you, man, the Lord will take you places that you never even dreamed of. I'm serious, man. I'm serious. I love y'all. Peace.